Sometimes life feels like this. You wake up, push yourself, hustle, try to be better. But no matter how hard you pull, nothing really moves. You blame your body, you blame your age, you blame the world. You think, maybe I'm lazy, maybe I'm weak, maybe I'm just not meant for more. In this story, I want to show you something very simple and very mechanical. Most people are not failing because they are weak. They are failing because they are tied, not spiritually cursed, not cosmically rejected, just tied to an old rock. This is a story about anchors, about the hidden weights in the heart that make strong people feel powerless. Imagine a man in a small wooden boat on a wide, quiet river. Every morning he climbs into the boat and rows with all his strength. His arms burn, his shoulders ache, sweat runs down his face, but the boat barely moves. He curses the river. Maybe the current is against me. He curses the boat. Maybe this old thing is useless. He curses himself. Maybe I'm just weak and lazy. The next day he tries harder. He wakes up earlier. He rows faster. He shouts at the sky, at the water, at his own tired body. Still, the boat only shivers in place. Rocking, but not traveling. He watches other boats glide past him, people laughing, talking, drifting gently downstream. He feels small. He feels broken. He feels left behind. One afternoon, as he is panting and exhausted, an old river mechanic walks by on the shore. He watches the man for a while, silently. The man in the boat sees him and snaps. "Don't judge me. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. This river doesn't move for me." The mechanic smiles softly. "I can see you are trying," he says, "but you are not looking in the right place." He points to the back of the boat. "Row again," he says. The man grabs the oars and pulls with all his strength. The boat strains, the ropes creak, the water splashes, but again, nothing. The mechanic nods toward the stern. "There," he says gently. "Look." The man turns around. For the first time, he sees it. A thick rope tied to the back of his boat, stretching all the way to the shore, wrapped tightly around a huge buried rock. He stares at it, stunned. "How long has that been there?" he whispers. The mechanic shrugs. "Long enough that you forgot to notice," he says. "Maybe you tied it there on a stormy day. Maybe someone else helped you. But now every stroke you take is fighting this rock, not the river." The man feels something break open in his chest. All this time, he thought the river was cruel. All this time, he thought his body was failing. All this time, he blamed the flow, the boat, himself. But it was the rope. "What should I do?" he asks. The mechanic does not cut the rope for him. He simply places a small knife in the man's hand. "This is your rock," he says. "Your old hurt, your old story, your old promise to never trust again. I cannot free you from what you chose to tie, but you can." The man's hands shake. Part of him is afraid. He has lived so long tied to that rock that it feels like home. What if the river moves too fast without it? What if he drifts somewhere new and unknown? Slowly, with trembling fingers, he begins to saw at the rope. The fibers resist at first. Old habits always do. Then, with a soft final snap, the rope breaks. The boat gives a tiny jump, like a held breath, finally exhaled. The man dips his oars into the water and pulls gently. This time, the boat glides. No extra strength, no secret technique. The same effort, just without the rock. Tears fill his eyes. The river was never against him. It was always inviting him. He looks back at the mechanic on the shore. "So it was never my muscles?" he asks. "It was never that I wasn't enough." The mechanic smiles. "My friend," he says, "your strength was never the problem. Your anchor was." Then he adds, almost like a whisper, "Remember this. Life is not only about how hard you row, but about what you are still tied to." The physics of the soul is simple. You cannot move forward while your heart is secretly holding the anchor.